It's been a really long time since I've updated you all with a nighttime and morning curly hair routine, so I thought I would do that for you today. A few things have changed since I made that video. For one thing, my hair is much longer. I had a ton of layers, I had bangs. Also, the products, techniques, and the bonnet I used to use back then are different as well. So in today's video, I thought I'd update you with my new and improved 2020 nighttime and morning curly hair routine. So keep watching if you want to see what's changed. So I had to go back to that old video that I made. Oh, it's hard to watch old videos of myself. Oh my gosh. So nervous, so not comfortable in front of the camera. But I went back and watched it anyway. And I had to see what I was doing back then versus what I'm doing now. And I wasn't doing much. To be honest, all I was doing was taking my hair and putting it up into a pineapple like so, except it was much shorter. So there was a lot of, there was a lot of this hanging out. And whatever wouldn't fit in the ponytail was basically just left out, okay? So I would put that in a pineapple and put the scrunchie or elastic in, and then I would just put my bonnet on at night. I didn't really do any scalp massages back then. I wasn't really doing anything else besides that. And in the morning, I would literally just take off the bonnet, shake it out, use a pick. I didn't really use a lot of product to refresh my hair because I really was into volume and the frizz actually helped a little bit. So a lot has changed since then. Because my hair is much longer and I am focused on healthy hair growth this year, I have a new bonnet and she is beautiful. Look at her. Look at this. It's got a cool little funky pattern on it. She's double-sided. She's amazing, and we'll get into that in a little bit. I also incorporate scalp massages at night now, so I am making sure to use not only the pads of my fingers to massage my scalp, but I use a little bit of a growth oil, which I'll get into in a minute. I also make sure every morning I am moisturizing my hair, and I don't even put my hair in a pineapple anymore. I just kind of let it flow inside this bonnet. This is all part of my 2020 healthy hair routine, but I really wanted to elaborate and give you a demo of how I do this. So let's talk about this bonnet a little bit more, okay? I got it off Amazon. I think it was only about $15. Like I mentioned, it's double-sided, so it's satin on this side and satin on the other side. The only thing is it's not silk satin, it's polyester satin, but I will say it's really soft. Like the bonnet I had before, it was also some form of polyester satin, I think, but it felt rougher than this. This feels really silky, even though it's not. So that's why it's a little bit more affordable. The one thing I'm not super happy with is that the elastic band on here, it helps it stay on really well, but it's not the same material. And that's probably because it will slip off your head if it's really silky. So what I've been doing is when I put this on, I just kind of bring it down a little forward. And it's not the cutest look, but you know, it's not hanging onto my edges, which is kind of my concern with this, but we're just gonna see how it goes because as long as my edges aren't thinning from this, I will continue to use it. The other difference about this bonnet is that it is a jumbo size. This is the medium long length, but they do also have an extra long length if you're interested. So if you have obviously medium to long curls, this size should be fine. If you have really long curls or locks or braids and you want to protect your hair, then maybe invest in the extra long length. Also, this bonnet comes with a satin scrunchie, which is really great in case you do want to put your hair in a pineapple. Plus, it's just good to have on hand at all times. So like I mentioned, the other thing I'm not doing now is putting my hair into a pineapple at night with the bonnet. I don't even need to with this. I think it all has to do with the shape and size, and I've really convinced myself that if I didn't do the pineapple, my curls are going to be flat. That's just not the case anymore, which is really exciting because the thing with low density curls and fine hair, I guess, is that when you put your hair in a pineapple like this all night long, your roots stretch out. I can't say this is what everybody's experiencing, but I notice a lot of my fine curly community complains about that. So I know I'm not the only one that is experiencing it. So let me show you how I actually put this on. Basically what I do is I gather my hair into a low ponytail and then I kind of pull it through, and you want to leave the longer length at the bottom here. So I'm going to first put my hair back, and then I'm just going to pull it through so that my ponytail's inside, and then place this over and kind of tuck that hair just so it's falling back. Okay, now I like to bring mine down a little further so it's not totally resting on my edges. I don't really like my ears covered, maybe just the top, so I just make sure that at least that's exposed. And then I do the same over here. And then I just kind of like shake it out just to make sure that the hair is falling in the right direction. And that's it. And I think it's kind of cute. I mean, my last bonnet was just black. It didn't have this long tail. It basically was like that. So it's cute. It's not the cutest thing because it's a bonnet, but I think I like the pattern on this one. I think I need to have 2 of these. This is like something I want to make sure I have in my travel bag and always by my bedside. Overall, I'm noticing a huge difference from using the bonnet. I have been sleeping on satin for a really long time, like a satin pillowcase, but the problem is with the 2 babies, I'm literally just taking a nap on the couch when I can sometimes, and by doing that, I am not sleeping on a satin pillowcase and my hair gets roughed up. So this is nice to have so that I can wear it literally anywhere. I can wear it in the living room, I can bring it with me on a trip, and I don't have to worry about not having a satin pillowcase anywhere I go. But before I even put this bonnet on, one thing I do is scalp massages. So let me take this off and kind of go into that. Scalp massage is going to help stimulate your scalp and encourage growth, and I also use a growth oil to help boost it. Right now I am using the Main Choice. This is their growth oil. It's a multivitamin scalp nourishing growth oil, and it has a ton of oils in it. Let me just read them out to you. So there's soybean oil, castor seed oil, sweet almond oil, rice bran extract, rosemary extract, sunflower seed extract, tea tree oil, jojoba, coconut oil, vitamin D, vitamin C, aloe leaf juice, evening primrose oil, grapeseed oil, sage, and nettle extract. So there are tons of beneficial growth oils in here, but I like to use this every night, and if my scalp is feeling a little bit itchy, I will also add a couple drops of tea tree oil into my hand, mix it in with the multivitamin oil, just because it will instantly end the scratchies. So this is basically how I do it. I screw the top, and I like to add it to my fingertips and work it into my fingers on both hands. And then I'll start in the back, and I'll just take a few minutes to massage my scalp. I always keep the oil right on my nightstand so there are no excuses, and I just sit there and work it in. I do this a couple times. I'll add the oil to my fingertips, and I'll also make sure I give my edges just a little extra love right around the hairline so that they stay moisturized at night. I don't add anything to my ends because I do add a little bit of oil during the day on my ends, and I'll get to that in a minute. And then I put on my bonnet. In the morning, rather than just picking out my hair and fluffing it up, I am making sure to moisturize daily. So I have been using the Not Your Mother's Naturals Royal Honey and Kalahari Desert Melon Leave-In Conditioner. The reason I'm using this is because my ends are a bit damaged because I need a trim, and this is really reparative. This one is slightly different from the other Not Your Mother's leave-in that I love, which is the Tahitian Gardenia and Mango Butter Curl Defining Leave-In. They both are wonderful leave-ins, but I like this one because it's just a little bit more softening. So after I take off my bonnet in the morning, I use my leave-in conditioner all over my hair. I like to pay special attention to my hairline and the exposed top part of my hair that typically are a little bit more frizzy. Then I do a little smoothing and scrunching to make sure that it's evenly distributed. Then I like to scrunch a lightweight oil onto my ends to kind of seal the deal. One of my favorites is the Inner Sense Harmonic Healing Oil. It's really lightweight and it's perfect for my ends. Then I just make sure to keep my hands off my hair until it's completely dry, and then once it's dry, I'll shake it out, and if I need to, I'll use a pick. And that is pretty much all I do to refresh my curls daily. I'd love to hear from you guys now. What is your nighttime and daytime routine? Let me know down below in the comments. Maybe I can learn something new or a new technique from you. If you're new to my Fine Curly crew, I'd love to have you subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notifications so you are properly notified of when I post new content. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.